Good evening, everyone. So, just a quick recap. We had discussed about data, then statistics, right? Then we get into probability, right? Today we are going to see how probability is being used by statisticians. So, right, we will be talking about hypothesis testing. Okay. So, let me start with what are the steps for hypothesis testing, right? And basically why you need an hypothesis testing, right? So yesterday we discussed about uh, population and sample, right? So let me take one example first, and after that I'll discuss about the process to carry out a hypothesis, right? So population and sample. So let let the uh, let the problem be that so problem is what is the average height of Indian population of Indians, right? So this is the problem, right? Now uh, to know average height of Indian population, what you will do, you will calculate population, you will keep measuring height of each of the persons, right? P1, P2, P3. Let me add H1, H as well. So H of P1, H of P2, H of P3 and all, right? And then you will divide with number of person, right? People. So this is not feasible, right? Because there are 1.3 billion people in India, right? So what you are going to do? You are going to take a sample, right? So uh, you will take height of sample 1, height of sampled person, right? Sampled person 1, sampled person 2, and so on, right? Height of sampled person 3, and so on. And then you will divide it by number of sampled persons, right? So this will give you a average height. Let's say X bar is the average height, right? And what you are going to tell is that, okay, this X bar, though it's a sample height, this represents population height, right? So sample height represents population height. This is what you are going to conclude. Now you have to check whether your conclusion is correct or not, right? So someone asked you population height of population, right? And you calculated height of sampled population. Now you are saying that this height, which is X bar, is uh, same as mu, which is the population of Indian, which is height of Indian population, right? So now to check this, what you can do, so basically you can calculate errors, right, for different samples, right? You take lots of, so if you have to prove that whether this is wrong or not, what you will do, you'll calculate one sample X1 bar, right? Not one sample but average of one sample, then you calculate average of another sample, like let's say x2, then you calculate average of another sample x3 and all, right? And then you calculate the errors with this errors for all of this with the expected average, right? Like if this is an expected average, so you'll calculate errors with x bar. So x bar minus x1, x bar minus x2 and all, right? And so this will be like a distribution of these errors, right? And you say that if sorry sorry so this is, let's say, x bar, and these are all error terms, right? X bar plus eta, this is, let's say, x bar minus eta, and this is x bar plus eta, like and this is margin error, right? So if I got this, right? After that, what I did is I found the probability, like for a given confidence, like let's say my confidence is 95%, right? So for 95%, I'll I'll try to see what is the probability that this x bar is within this range, right? So if the probability is 95%, right, then I will say that this is like I am 95% confident that the value of the average value, the average height of population is within this interval. Okay, right? So yeah. So this is what, like 95% confidence is what I am calculating, but I don't calculate this confidence, right? I will calculate this probability because this is much easier to calculate, right? So what I will say that what is the probability of uh, uh, basically what is the probability of something to occur out of this error, right? So that probability, if let's say that probability is 0.3, or not 0.3 but like 3%, right? So basically the probability to find something more than this is 3%, right? So then you are very confident that if this is 3%, then your values will be lying somewhere here only, right? Like this population mean will be lying somewhere here, right? So that is how you will be able to say that yes, whatever calculations I did, they are uh, they can be very much correct for the population as well, right? Whatever calculations I did from the sample, they can be very much correct for the population, right? Now how to do this using so I explained you like how we see whether the like the inferences which we are making from the sample data are true for population data or not, right? Now let's say this is what we do with hypothesis in hypothesis testing, right? So what is hypothesis? Okay, let me start another page. So hypothesis. So hypothesis is a statement, right? For example, I just made a statement that height of Indian population, height of Indian population, or let's say average height of Indian population is greater than 155 centimeters, right? So this is my hypothesis. Now what I'm doing here, what is the use of this? So basically, statisticians use hypothesis testing to check uh, whether the hypothesis is uh, like whether the hypothesis this is the hypothesis, right? Now hypothesis testing is for statisticians to check hypothesis should be accepted or rejected, right? So this was hypothesis. An example of hypothesis that average height of Indian population is greater than 155 centimeter. And hypothesis testing is like we have to test whether this hypothesis should be accepted or rejected, right? So to do a hypothesis testing, we basically have following steps. Let me write down the steps. So step one, first is formulate a hypothesis, right? So this is what we did on top. Like what is that you want to test, right? Formulate a hypothesis. Now second step will be to formulate analysis plan. Right? What do I mean by formulate analysis plan? So I did this statement, right? Average height of Indian population is greater than 155 centimeter. Now, how I am going to do analysis? So basically, I'll take a sample, right? And that sample, maybe I will take a stratified sample. I will take data from let's say 0.001% data from all of the states, right? So that like I get a similar representation from each state, right? And then I will calculate height of each of those person whom I selected from each state, and then I will take take the average of that height, right? So that is what is step 2, formulate analysis plan. And now coming to step 3, analyze sample data, right? So I was talking about first the plan, like how we are going to do this. Then you analyze the sample data. Once you got the data in the step 2, you can analyze the sample data, right? So you'll make all calculations, right? Like whatever plan you made. So basically you said that, okay, I will do stratified sampling. I calculate these values, height of each person, and maybe I can also plan this, that in my analysis plan, maybe I will include gender as a criteria or not, right? So all of this I will do in analysis plan, and in the step 3, I will analyze sample data based on the plan. Okay. And then step 4 will be testing of hypothesis. Right? So we'll discuss more about this. Like we already discussed that what does it mean? Testing of hypothesis is that, testing of hypothesis means that like I took this, I assume that this is my population mean, right? So I am saying that, or my population mean, I am assuming that my population mean is greater than 155 centimeters, right? So what testing I am going to do is whether the average, the sample mean is greater than 155 centimeter, right? Or X bar is less than equal to 155 centimeter, right? So these are the two hypotheses, these are the hypotheses I'm going to test, right? Then, and these are the two, these hypotheses which I mentioned here are known as alternate hypothesis and null hypothesis. So I'll say this to be a null hypothesis, and this to be a alternate hypothesis. Okay, and okay, it's not a requirement, but generally you choose a null. You'll select null hypothesis because when you will do, when you will be doing calculations, basically you will like to choose null hypothesis which you want to reject. Okay, so anything which you want to reject, you will choose that as to be null hypothesis. For example, average height of Indian population is greater than 155 centimeters. So like I would, if I want to reject this hypothesis, right? Uh, uh, like I want to say that, okay, no, average height is not greater than 155 centimeters, right? So I'll use that as to be null hypothesis. Okay, and then yeah, step 5 is uh, after doing testing of hypothesis, basically when you do this p-value calculations, you will uh, uh, interpret results. Interpret results. Okay, so these are 5 steps for hypothesis testing. Now let's say we do let's take one example. So assume that there are 4 people, right? A, B, C, D, right? Now uh, suppose like these are 4 students of the class, and they have to clean the class every day, right? Like one person has to clean the class every day out of this 4 class. So now what they do, they have a lottery system. Okay, so one of this person will be chosen in a lottery. Okay, let me write it here, like uh, 4 students, right? And they have to clean the class, right? Clean class daily. Okay, now uh, so they are using a lottery system which will be telling that who is going to be cleaning the class on a particular day, right? Now what is happening is that one of the person B is never having his chance. uh, let's say we talk about 15 days, right? So in 15 days, this one person, or let's say if it is four students, so let's say 16 days, right? So in 16 days, this one person B never had any chance, right? So now uh, we have to check that is it uh, just by chance, right? It is just by chance that B is not getting selected, uh, uh, or is it that B is cheating, right? So this is the hypothesis. So hypothesis is that B is cheating, right? And let's say this is my null hypothesis, right? Now we have to calculate the probability of this null hypothesis, right? So now let's say I calculate probabilities, right? So probability that B is not uh, B is not selected on, let's say, day one, right? Let me put it here, or maybe I can put inside it's a B. Yeah, B not selected on day one. So what will be probability of that? So there are 4 people, and out of 4 people, the probability of selecting B is 1 by 4, right? So 1 minus 1 by 4, which will be equal to 3 by 4, right? Now probability of B not getting selected on day 2 as well, right? So that will be again 3 by 4. Similarly, probability of B not selected on third day, 3 by 4, right? Now if you say, if you think if you say that what is the probability of B not getting selected for, let's say, uh, 15 days, right? So B is selected for 50, not selected for 50 days, and it got selected for 1 day, right? So what is the probability of okay, what is the probability of B not selected from day 1 to day 15, right? What So it will be equal to uh, multiplication of all of these probabilities, right? PB1, PB2, PB3, and all. So what is this? This will be 3 by 4 to the power 15, right? So okay, we need to calculate this probability, but this probability, let's say this probability is 0.001, right? So which is very less than 0.05 or 5%, right? So probability that B is not selected from day 1 till day 15 is very less, right? 5%, right? It is less than 5%. So uh, so which means that B, like this is not happening by chance, right? It is not like B is not getting selected for 15 days is not happening by chance, right? So definitely B is cheating, right? So now, okay, we choose this as to be null hypothesis, but we should have choose it as a B is not cheating, right? So in that case, what will happen? I'm getting the probability to be B not cheating. Sorry, B chance that B is not cheating, right? These chances are very less, right? So why I choose it to be non null hypothesis? Because I wanted to do these calculations, right? And that is why I put B is not cheating. What does it mean B is not cheating? It means that I am calculating the chances of B to be not getting selected for any of these 15 days, right? And those chances are very less, like it's just 5%. So I can reject this null hypothesis. So null hypothesis was that B is not cheating. Right? So this was null hypothesis. I will reject this null hypothesis. Right? So maybe I don't say that B is cheating, but I can say that it was not by chance, right? Like it was not by luck, right? It was definitely B was having there was something wrong with the lottery system. Okay. So yeah, this way we can do hypothesis testing, right? Okay. Mm, yeah. we use in this example we use probability, right? And this was a binomial probability distribution, binomial distribution. So that is why we used this way to calculate probabilities, right? But you can calculate probabilities using normal distribution plot as well, right? Yeah. So with this, I will end statistics and probability session. If you have any questions or uh, any any queries related to uh, any of the basic sessions I had taken on statistics and probability, you can write me and I will reply you back. Either you can write me on WhatsApp or you can write me uh, 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 on through emails as well, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so thanks a lot for attending the class today, and uh, have a good weekend. Thank you, everyone.